Hello everyone, I'm Santi and I'm gonna give some tips, yeah, for Diana, cause if I go into my talisman bag and go to my Beastmaster crest and reset it, I guess I have to drop this now. You see that I've done a bit, just a tiny bit, and I'm gonna show some tips that I've learned pretty much just for myself. And yeah, I think that these tips have made my Diana grinding a bit more efficient, even with all these past nerfs, even with all these past nerfs coming up and that have already passed. I'm pretty sure sword swapping got patched and strength should be coming soon. Not sure if it's out yet. I don't see it affecting my that guy is Iron Man. Okay, whatever. I don't see it affecting my damage too much. It's actually more right now, probably because I leveled up foraging like once, and yeah, that's about it. But I'm gonna show some tips now. First, a very important one: Warp Castle. It helps a lot. Mainly having chat macros like quick play. Having quick play and setting some keybinds up for some skyblock things. For me, I have castle, and for skyblock, I have for castle and for hub, which I actually have in here. It shouldn't really matter too much, but those will help a lot, especially if you have some say you have a burrow like right here. Actually, yeah. Say I have a burrow right here. It leads all the way to like the Colosseum. This will be a good example actually. So I have this burrow starting here, right? And I can go here, and it actually makes it a bit faster. Makes it a bit more efficient. It's less effort. It's not exactly try hard, but it is less effort, that's for sure. Another tip I'm going to show is hotbar. Hotbar is actually really important, especially if you like speed, which is kind of dumb to say. If you like speed, hotbar is very important. Definitely to swap out of Warden and Terra Helm. That's really important. If you get like a Menace Champion or an Inquiz, that's really important. Teleportation, healing if you ever need it. How is always useful. Of course, your spade should be on a keybind. For me, that's my my 6, which is my F. And let me check where that's at. Yeah, it just kind of makes my experience easier, and definitely, oh nice, definitely makes it a bit more bearable to do this. It's kind of a big reason why I did so much. Most of those 3,000 kills that I got on Diana, most of those 3,000 kills that I got on my Beastmaster crest were very much through that first Diana event through that main Diana event where I did kind of like kind of the big reason why I'm this big into Skyblock is just I got a lot of money through Diana. Not as much as maybe like Try to Queen got in that one Diana where you got like 600 something mil, but I got a decent bit. I got maybe 250 mil off of a Diana, which did get me my hype, and that's pretty much where I got started with Skyblock. So next is not necessarily pet, but what you put on your pet. Die. Cool. Of course, you could put a spooky cupcake, which I think for me is the most effective. But what I see as probably the most worth your money would be a crochet. because you have a, you most likely have a Daedalus Axe. Daedalus Axe is not the only viable weapon for this. Of course, Sword of Revelations is still really good, but compared to Daedalus Axe, with what you can pair up with your Daedalus Axe, like the pet candy, or no, the pet item that it holds, that can help a lot with how you do your Diana. If you want attack speed, which helps a lot with Inquizzes and Menace Champions, not so much with Gaias, since they are kind of weird. It's a hit tick thing. You hit them 5 times and it does damage, and then it's weird. It's kind of like dragons with the hit ticks. But you'll figure that out if you start doing Diana like this. Of course, I don't necessarily have a guide for Diana. I'm not a guide type of person. But you could follow this. You could just get a full Necron setup, Warden, Terror Helm, kind of have a hotbar to your adjusted to your keybinds. But of course, I'm not gonna tell you to do anything. I'm not trying to mark and manipulate. But some things you should definitely do, and that will most likely help you in your Diana experiences. Doing these couple things just to make life a bit easier. Some last tips is the waypoints from SB or Skytails. The waypoints kind of help a lot for Mythos. If you don't want to waste your time looking for a starting position, you can just kind of look for the waypoint and go to it. Also, a Terror Helm for speed isn't really necessary, but I mean, if you have a Warden, you might as well. But if you don't really have a Warden, this is about the same guide. It's not that big of a deal. If you don't have a Warden, just use a Crown of Greed or just a Terror Helmet. It won't really matter too much. This thing is not exactly too helpful, but with a Black Cat, it is gonna help. Especially, I used it for Slayers. I used it for some dragons. It's that Black Cat mix with that Warden does do some damage. And I think now I'm just gonna put some visuals of Diana. So this is all my tips. Now you can just you can stop watching for the tips. This is now just a simple montage until I get an actual item that's worth like a Shamit or something else. Alright. Have a good day.